Mustafa Ali, Emma, Madcap Moss, Top Dollar, Aaliyah, Rick Boogs, Elias Shelton Benjamin, and Dolph Ziggler got released by WWE. You know, people, we knew this day is coming. It happens almost every year, I believe, but it doesn't get easier, especially when a bunch of people who seem to be great people, you know, just lost their jobs. And you all know Dolph Ziggler is one of my favorite WWE wrestlers of all time. This one especially just makes no sense to me. And you know, I get it. That's business. It's how it works. WWE had no plans for this talent. I get it. But the timing with the WWE is always so weird. It's either firing a bunch of wrestlers during a pandemic or with big news like right now. WWE announced a $1.4 billion SmackDown deal on USA Network, which I assume means Raw and NXT out of the USA Network, and that's when they decided to cut talent. Like I've said, you know, it's not unexpected. We knew this day was coming, and trust me, a bunch of more talent are going to get released, mostly from NXT. I'm sure of it. Do I make a comment about WWE bringing back Nia Jax and releasing Shelton Benjamin, Mustafa Ali, and Dolph Ziggler? No, I'm not gonna make that comment. I would never. I could say it doesn't make any sense, and these talent are worth so much more than Nia Jax in the WWE, but I'm not that type of person, and I'm not gonna make that comment. This could literally be the worst or the best thing that ever happened to these talent. It depends on their success after the WWE, and of course some talent have a better future than the other. I liked what Matt Cardona said on Twitter, and you guys know Matt Cardona is doing great in the indies. To those who were just released, this can be the end of your career or it can be the beginning. Look yourself in the mirror and decide. I promise you the work and the money is out there. It's not easy, it's a grind, it's a hustle, it's frustrating. But it can also be incredibly rewarding in more ways than one if you work your effing ass off. I hope to see a lot of you down the road. I believe that's the most positive way to look at it, but again, imagine how frustrating it is for the talent. It's also so unfair that Dolph Ziggler got released for so many reasons. One of them is this right here. When COVID hit 2020, Dolph Ziggler decided to buy a ton of merchandise from independent wrestlers in the hopes of supporting them during a difficult time. He's a quality human being. So, you know, looking at it that way, it's the most unfair thing that could happen. It's weird, you know, I thought Dolph Ziggler is going to be in the WWE for life. He has so much to offer. Even if he stopped wrestling, he has so much to offer backstage. Even John Cena said 1,554 matches. #respect. We can talk about a lot of talent in the WWE, countless of talent that got buried for no reason whatsoever, but Dolph Ziggler is at the top of that list. I always thought it's just crazy how WWE gave the man the World Heavyweight Championship and took it away from him in a couple of months, even though the man got some of the biggest reactions in the WWE. A lot of people keep arguing about the best cash-in the WWE. I think that cash-in belongs to Dolph Ziggler. So let's talk about some of the talent that got released and, you know, let's try to speculate where they could end up. Mustafa Ali. This one is weird because you see people, he's supposed to wrestle Dominic Mysterio for the NXT North American Championship. Is that match even happening right now? Mustafa Ali definitely has a bright future. I mean, he's one of the guys that you could see end up in AEW. He's a big name, he has a lot to offer, so I'm not even sure if he's actually released. Like, this one is weird because he's literally an active competitor right now, in a rivalry, I believe. But you know, Mustafa Ali is one of these talent that is definitely going to have a bright future no matter whether it's in the WWE or not. Emma, she just recently got signed to the WWE and her story is kinda unfair. I believe two women that kinda kicked off the women's division in the WWE, and I could be totally wrong, but I believe it was Paige and Emma back in NXT. That's when people kind of started taking this division a bit more seriously. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out, and she came back to WWE and kept losing. She was paired with Madcap Moss. That's the end of the story. Speaking of Madcap Moss, that's a guy who has a very good physique, great look, decent in the ring. Unfortunately, the downfall was his gimmick. You know, ever since he got split from Baron Corbin, he was just kinda generic superstar number 9. His attire was generic, his theme song was generic, and that's not his fault. It's just that WWE didn't give anything to the guy. I believe he's another guy that could be signed by a major wrestling promotion. You sign the dude, you change up his gimmick, and I believe he could be money. Top Dollar unfortunately turned into a bit of a meme. Now, I'm not gonna lie, never liked the gimmick, never got it. Obviously doesn't mean I'm happy he got fired. Maybe there was something in NXT that was happening that was a bit more exciting with Hit Row, but unfortunately on the main roster it was basically a failure from the beginning. Aliyah, someone that WWE tried to push, but at the same time, ever since she got introduced to the main roster, every time she won, it was like a shock. You know, I believe she got injured, and that's the last time we saw her in the WWE. I don't know a lot about her in-ring skills, but we'll see, man. We'll see. She's definitely not one of the biggest names, so, again, I don't know. Rick Boogs, someone that actually had a lot of charisma, great body, great look. I'm shocked this guy got fired. Apparently Vince McMahon has some control in the WWE, so you would think Vince McMahon would love this dude, right? He was really entertaining with Shinsuke Nakamura, and unfortunately I believe the last time we saw Rick Boogs was in a match with LA Knight. LA Knight turned on him, and that was the last time we saw Rick Boogs in the WWE, or maybe one more match, I don't remember necessarily, but that's someone, again, you pair him with Elias and you have a great, funny tag team. Speaking of Elias, man, this one also absolutely shocked me. One of the most interesting characters in the WWE, a guy that can actually get so much heat. It's crazy. He was a very colorful character, and he was also a guy that was involved in some very major programs in the WWE. So when it comes to Elias, he actually put out a very humble tweet. He's a nice dude. I believe he's gonna end up in AEW. Some of these names, I'm not just saying it because it's a meme. Oh, he is going to AEW. That's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm saying this because AEW could actually get some really, really great talent. Elias, man, this one really shocked me. I believe that was the first one where I was like, okay, this is not making any sense. If Elias got fired, it's about to get worse. Shelton Benjamin, an absolute legend at this point. Man, it was so frustrating seeing Shelton Benjamin, who was one of the best mid-carders in the WWE. I loved Shelton Benjamin as a kid, man. Seeing him just being kinda there, you know, and he had so much more to offer, and he was in the Hurt Business, which was another great thing that WWE did. So it's unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate. It's business. WWE don't owe them anything. I get it. If you don't have anything for the guy, I think he could be great for NXT. You know, I think he still had so much to offer. And finally, Dolph Ziggler. His brother actually put out this tweet with him and Dolph Ziggler with the AEW World Championship and the Tag Team Championships. I think he's ending up in AEW, and I think it's pretty clear if he wants to wrestle. I'm not sure. If he still wants to wrestle, that's where he's going to end up, and I believe he's going to get a lot of money. He's very valuable, not only, you know, for wrestling programming, but backstage. You know, one of these guys that still gives you that comfort, something that I keep talking about, Edge, Randy, Cena. Dolph Ziggler was kind of there as well. When I was a kid, he was already wrestling, so seeing Dolph Ziggler was just kind of, I don't know, nice, I guess. We're talking about a multiple-time Intercontinental Champion, World Heavyweight Champion. It's crazy because he and The Miz always seemed like they're in the same tier, but for whatever reason, I don't know what happened. How did we end up there? But now seeing Dolph Ziggler getting fired is surprising for sure. I'm almost shocked. But if you would saw The Miz getting fired, you wouldn't even believe it. So I'm not sure what happened here, because I always felt like these two are in the same tier of superstars, right? When it comes to popularity, their status in the WWE, their booking mostly, and Dolph Ziggler getting fired is just, it's nuts. One of the guys that I always see on WWE television, and I hope for that push. Well, it's not gonna happen anymore. Doesn't mean necessarily we ain't gonna see them back in the future, but at this point, Dolph Ziggler, you know, is one of these guys that people keep saying, if there's one guy that needs to go to AEW, it's Dolph Ziggler. Now, AEW's roster is pretty crowded. You know, I think he would have done better a couple of years ago, but it depends on the reaction, whether he's going to get over in AEW or not, because apparently John Morrison didn't get as over as I wish he would have, so we'll see. But you know, at the end of the day, I just hope these wrestlers are gonna do good, they're gonna find jobs, whether it's in the wrestling world or not. I'm just wishing them the best, and oh my god, I almost said in their future endeavors. No. I just wish them the best. Let's keep it at that. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully, it's not gonna get worse after the recording of this video, because this is gonna be released tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully it's not gonna get any worse. Thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.